You're listening to Unmuted with Papa Mutes.
To your listeners, to those listeners who are serious, and I don't mean they're serious directors yet. I mean they're serious about pursuing directing, or they're serious directors, or they are professional directors now who are curious about maybe listening to this podcast about who is Mark Travis, what is the Travis technique, because they've only gotten a taste of it. If they want to know more, all they have to do is write to me, and I will give them. They write to me and tell them they came from this podcast.
Okay.
I will give them 1/2 hour of my time free online.
Sweet.
We will meet in a consultation. So, and it's really a meeting. It's not working on a project, but we can talk about projects. We can talk about whatever they want. And if someone's thinking, I'd like to meet him and see if maybe he could help me with something or whatever, just write to me. Now, I said before, tifi.us, that's the website. Go there. There's a lot of information.
Okay.
You can go there and just contact me and it'll send it right to me. I will also give you my email address right now. It's very simple. It is Mark with the W, Mark W. Travis @gmail.com. Just write to me. But if you're listening now and you're going to write to me, mention Papa Mute's podcast, please. I need to know that because this is where I'm making the offer. I'm not making it a lot of other places.
Sweet.
So I have to know that this is legitimate. Come through me.
Okay.
The other thing I will offer you, even if you're just curious, this is to everybody, I will send you a link. I recently did a mini masterclass on the Travis technique. And you write to me, you say, I'd like to have the link to the masterclass. I will send you that link. It's free. You can watch the masterclass. Get more of an idea of who I am and what I'm doing. It's a nice way for you to sort of meet me. I don't meet you that way, but you meet me and you get to know what I'm doing.
Sure.
So that's the offer.
That's great. Is the mindset different for a director? I'm assuming it is, but when you get a script that you wrote, that he wrote or she wrote, compared to the studio saying, hey, here's a story, go direct it.
Yeah, it's totally different. And it's another, you and I, Muse, could do another whole podcast just on that topic of even directing something that you wrote. It's a totally different mindset. As you can imagine, a director who wrote the script, now this goes back to the thing that I said before about assumptions. Director who wrote the script will usually feel like, oh, I know exactly how this should work.
Right.
I wrote it. And there's an arrogance in that. Now, to a certain degree, they probably do know, but that arrogance can get in the way. That shift from writing a script to directing the same script is a huge shift. It's huge. And the sad thing about directing your own material, and I've directed a lot of my own material, directing your own material, you lose the director-writer collaboration because you're one person. Now, if somebody else wrote it, like your second example, and it's brought to you and you're going to direct it, now you have another person involved, that writer. And now you have that collaboration, which can be either good or not good, depends on how it's going, but it is a potential relationship that can enrich the whole project. When you're directing your own material, you don't have that.
Okay.
It's very, very different.
That makes sense. So what does 2023, the rest of 2023 have for you? I know you mentioned a book. What else is going on?
Working on the book, working on a lot of these projects, like the one in England. So I may go to London for a while. I may go to Georgia, the country of Georgia. There's another project there that I'm working on. That may happen, and there'll be a trip to Europe at some time because I get invited there to teach at different film schools I think I have a unique credit of having taught at 5 different directors guilds around the world. Yeah. And there's the Directors Guild in Germany who was inviting me back. So there are those teaching masterclass opportunities. There's working with clients on project opportunities. And then there's the writing of the book. That's enough to keep me busy.
Great. Well, I'd love to have you on again. I mean, we mentioned it.
I would be happy to do it.
It's great. As long as we can synchronize our times.
We can do it. Well, I'm not going to have any more accidents. So we'll be fine. One of the things I'm best known for, which we haven't touched on at all today, but I'll mention it quickly, is the way I work with actors, the way I, quote, direct actors. And the way I direct actors, I do not direct the actor at all. I direct the character. I have a way of getting past the actor to the character through a process called the interrogation process, which I developed.
Okay.
And it's a way that I can get into a very deep and profound relationship with the character, while the actor that I'm working with basically just as the actor is not involved.
Okay.
They're just there. It's almost like channeling. I'm pulling the character through the actor. And if you go to tiffy.us and you go to the film, just look up films and click on films, you'll see a film that says rehearsal scene 22.
I saw that. I didn't watch it, but I mean, as in research,
Okay,
I saw all your links.
Okay, if you watch that, you'll see how that process works. It's a documentary Elsha and I did a few years ago on that process. But that could take up an entire podcast. I mean, or 2 or 3 or 4 easily, because it's kind of it is revolutionary, and there are a lot of directors who are using these techniques now very, very successfully.
Okay.
So,
Well, great. Awesome. That's it. I appreciate you coming on. I hope you can enjoy
my pleasure.
The rest of your day there in beautiful, it's Honolulu?
Honolulu. Yep. I'm in Honolulu. Yep.
I'll tell you, it's tough.
Right near Waikiki Beach is right over there.
All right. Great. I believe you.
I walked to it. Yep.
All right. Great. Well, have a good day, Mark. I appreciate your time.
Okay.
Thanks again,
Thank
buddy.
you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Yep. Bye.
There you have it. Mark Travis. Interesting gentleman. Definitely want to have him on again. Talking about directing, directors, actors, contact with Chaz Palminteri, Henry Winkler. I mean, he's been all over, and fascinating stories. Great guy. All right. Until next time, take care.
This has been an unmuted podcast with Papa Mutes.